Bienvenidos chicos al canal de Canary Juegos, y aquí estamos con este jueguito llamado Los Horizon, un jueguito antiguo, un jueguito de aventura gráfica que quería traer al canal porque este tipo de juegos yo los tengo todos en la página de GOG y los voy a aprovechar para subirlos al canal. Es una aventura que a mí me gusta mucho, no la he jugado entera, la he jugado solo unos pocos minutos, pero a mí este tipo de juegos me ganan mucho, así que vamos allá. Aquí tenemos salir, aquí escenas mini cinematográficas, opciones, carga rápida y comenzamos nueva partida aquí. Valle Nembalún 1936.
We go over there.
Where do we have to go?
It can't be far.
Damn it, we need to get out before we end up like everyone else.
Give us cover. We're almost there. Thomas! No!
I am so sorry about what happened to your friend.
What the hell? Who are these people? What do they want?
They are searching for this chamber.
What? Why? There's nothing here.
On the contrary, everything is here. We stand before a gateway, behind which the greatest treasure of all mankind is concealed.
What do you mean?
This monastery guards a secret that is centuries old, but the world is not yet prepared for its revelation. I tell you this only because you will shortly become the last person who can prevent the key to the secret from falling into the hands of those barbarians.
What is that?
This is a key. At some point, they will find this chamber and break down the door. The key must no longer be here when that happens. Take it, use it, and get it to the other side. Then you will understand everything.
We just wanted to help. Now I'm the last one left alive, and I don't even know who's trying to kill me, or for that matter, why. Ancient secrets, apparently. A great treasure hidden here in this chamber. Maybe that's what they're after. Doesn't matter. I need to get out and get in touch with England.
Vale chicos, pues aquí estamos, esta era una pequeña introducción y ya estamos dentro de este cueva secreta, monasterio que estaba oculto. Tengo que decirles que se ve gráficamente muy bien en ordenador y que está en la página de GOG. Yo era como unas ofertas que había, valían 99 céntimos, algo así, este tipo de juegos, así que me los pillé y los traigo al canal. ¿vale? Tengo una lista donde están todos los juegos que voy subiendo poco a poco y cada vez la lista está más larga, así que tenemos que ir avanzando. Vale, pues es punch and click, así que hay ciertos sitios donde tenemos que clicar y vamos investigando poco a poco. No voy con prisa, voy a averiguar todo lo que pueda. Es un canal que va ligerito en juegos, pero pausado cuando estamos jugando. Así que vamos a ver el monje.
A great many strange symbols, not one of which I understand even remotely.
Bueno, los símbolos, ¿no? Voy a ver un momento y voy a subir un poquito aquí el juego por si acaso se oiga muy bajo luego, ¿vale? Vale. Tenemos un artefacto que dijo que era una llave.
Last wish was that I get this thing to safety. He called it a key. A key to what?
Vale, una llave para qué. Aquí tenemos las cosas para examinar, aquí las tareas y aquí el menú. Vamos y venga, estos símbolos que ya lo vimos. Rueda con instrucciones.
Strange lines and engravings all over it. From what I can see, the style of these drawings is not actually typical of this region. In fact, it isn't even Asian.
Tengo que decir que cuando clicamos lejos, el personaje no llega hasta ahí. Hay videojuegos que tú le clicabas para que vean el objeto y van directamente corriendo hasta esa parte. En este juego, por lo que veo, no, ¿vale? Símbolo del dragón.
From what I know of Asian mythology, dragons are often guardians of doors and gates.
Ahora sí, ahora he venido aquí.
There's a recess in this plinth here, but nothing else interesting.
Dice que hay un hueco, así que tendremos que poner este artefacto.
It fits into the recess here. I haven't the slightest idea what that might do, but according to the monk, it's the only way out of here. I hope he was right.
Ha desaparecido.
Well, Lieutenant, how are things progressing?
All resistance has been quashed. The monastery is under our control.
And the chamber?
We haven't found it yet. There must be a secret passage. That is how the monk and the Tommy got out. At least, that is what our prisoner claims.
And has he told us in the meantime what his unit was doing here?
Yes, he was most talkative. They were here to map the region. Apparently, his lieutenant was using maps made by some Hong Kong cartographer who came this way before.
Aha. Coincidence is a strange thing. Well, we managed to contain things this time, but I don't want any further interruptions.
We will extend our patrols, and I have ordered that the airspace be monitored by our fighters.
You are a soldier. You're happy to wait and fight. I, on the other hand, am a scientist, and I believe in preventing the fight in the first place. Send someone to Hong Kong immediately. Eliminate the cartographer once and for all, and destroy any records he may have. If needs be, pay some triads from Hong Kong to take care of the job. We need to deal with this quickly. We must do everything possible to prevent anyone from turning up here again and interrupting the operation. This mission is too significant, and we have just about reached our goal, Lieutenant. The future of the Third Reich is in our hands.
Vale, Tercer Reich es Hitler. La época de Hitler.
How's business, Shen?
Can't complain. How about you? Still moving stuff you shouldn't be.
Have you ever tried turning a profit the honest way? It's tough. I've got bills to pay. Besides, snatching a deal from the tongs is all the fun I get around here.
Fenton. The tongues are not to be played with. These are serious people.
Shen, I didn't know you cared. I'd be surprised if Tong even knew who I was.
Oh, really? He was here looking for you last night.
Finally, the celebrity status I've always craved. You need to relax, old friend.
Fenton, you are my best customer, and for that reason alone, I'm going to give you some good advice. Watch yourself, or you'll be at the bottom of the harbor before I can say rum.
And you can say rum pretty damn quickly.
Not as quickly as you can drink it. Didn't you learn in the forces not to underestimate your enemies?
Christ, you make it sound like we're in a fight to the death.
That may yet prove to be the case. I strongly suggest you forget smuggling and get your kicks elsewhere.
Okay, I'll be careful. Promise. Speaking of getting my kicks, you guys have a new singer.
Yes, but you're not getting your kicks with her either. She's not into men like you. A lot of guys have tried, a lot of guys have failed.
Shen, that sounds like a challenge.
I'll spring you my best whiskey if you get so much as a room number.
Shen, I'll be back in 2 minutes. You'd better get down to the basement and dig out that bottle. Piece of cake. In 2 minutes flat, not only will I have a hot date, but an excellent bottle of whiskey to go with it. Life is sweet.
Vale, antes de esto he cortado la música para que, bueno, por el tema de copyright y todo esto. Pero bueno, nos hemos encontrado en este tipo de bar de copas. Este es un, como estaba diciendo, es un ladronzuelo, el típico contrabandista, que lo está persiguiendo toda la mafia, porque claro, ya va a tratos con la mafia, pues los rompe y bueno, siempre está en este tipo de garitos. Vamos a ver, bonito vestido.
Wow. I'm looking at that dress, wondering if it's the feathers that make the bird, or the other way around. Either way, you look hot.
I'll take that as a compliment, even if it's a dubious one.
¿Qué tal si nos conocemos un poco más?
Dubious or not, the question remains. Perhaps we need to get to know each other a little before we answer it. Oh, just out of interest, is that a tulip or a rose in your hair?
It's a lily. Not big on treating a girl with flowers, huh? I can see why you're single.
Pensaba que el mejor amigo de una mujer eran los diamantes.
Ah, is that where I've been going wrong? I always thought women preferred diamonds. Although the ones you're wearing are far outclassed by the beautiful wrist they're wrapped around. A gift from a doting admirer?
Perhaps.
¿Cuál es el número de vuestra habitación?
So, maybe you want to give me your room number so I can come congratulate you after the show.
Oh, what a shame. You are doing so well. And then such a blunt question. Do I look like that sort of a girl? Go try your luck with someone more your type. I'm thinking someone with no
¡Ostras! ¡Qué palo se ha llevado!
and a thing for the wrong men.
Wow, how did she know the sort of girls I go for? I'm really not getting anywhere here.
Los mataos.
These guys are with the Tongs. Looks like Shen was right. They must have found out that I snatched that last deal off of them. 1-on-1 I can handle. 2-on-1's pushing it. And knowing my luck, there's about 20 more of them waiting outside. I think a tactical retreat is in order. I wouldn't like to say a hasty one, but that's exactly what I mean.
Vale, a ver.
It looks like there's still some booze in here. No one will miss this stuff.
Vale. Vale, tenemos cartera.
Let's see if there's anything useful inside.
Que tenemos monedas.
3 Hong Kong dollars, 45 cents, and a button. Neither enough cash to buy my way out, nor enough buttons to fashion a coat.
Mechero.
I've had this lighter since my days in the army.
Y la botella senta. Vale. Este.
An empty wok.
Un cup vacío. Vamos a poner esto aquí dentro.
Okay, let's get the absinthe into the wok.
Que es alcohol. Ya lo tenemos utilizado y ahora ponemos el fuego, ¿no?
Plat de jour, flambé. How would you like that cooked? Well done. Mais certainement. And other bad puns. I better leave the wok where it is.
Vale, me falta algo más. Un corcho, ¿no? Tenemos el carrito, ¿no?
Now we're talking. Sending a burning cart careening across the room while sneaking out of the door.
Fenton Paddock.
That's how Fenton Paddock rolls.
Dead end, Paddock.
Detrás de ti un dragón de 3 cabezas.
My answer makes no difference anyway. You're still gonna beat me up, aren't you?
Right, kid. This time you're messing with the wrong people.
Wake up, Paddock, or you will miss your last flight. Ever done a splashdown?
I'll laugh later. Now let me out.
You don't get it, do you?
You know what? I think I literally just got it just now. I'm thinking the whole business expansion thing wasn't such a good idea after all.
Indeed. But we have run out of patience. You should have kept out of our business. But you just wouldn't heed our warnings.
Hey guys, why don't we just relax and talk about this? I promise I won't get in your way anymore, okay?
Too late, Paddock. And once again, we find truth in an old Chinese saying. It is easy to open a business, but it is difficult to keep it running. But we don't want to be that heartless. We won't grant you a last wish, but you may decide how you would like to die. Would you prefer to suffocate or drown? You don't have to decide right away, Paddock. Let me explain. Strictly speaking, your little submarine here is completely watertight. So when we throw you into the harbor in a minute, not a single drop of water will make its way inside. You'll then have about 15 minutes of air. An agonizing amount of time when you're waiting for death.
Joder.
Only fear and panic will accompany you during your final struggle. You wouldn't even wish that on your worst enemy. Therefore, we have drilled a hole in the lid for you. At first, you will instinctively try to plug the hole with your hand. But if you desist, you can end your suffering that much faster. Let the water flow in and everything will be over in one.
Joder, van a tener que poner la mano ahí para que no entre agua, tío.
No, do not thank us, old friend. I think we owe you that much.
I agree.
Bon voyage, old friend. He won't be causing us any more trouble.
Crap. I need a solution. Quick. Crap.
Vale, estamos dentro de la caja. Entonces, a ver aquí.
I don't think it's a particularly smart idea to stare at the hole right now, but while we're at it, it's about 3 to 4 centimeters in diameter.
Vale.
A hinge. Looks like the Tongs used an old door as a lid for the chest. There's a big lump of tar here.
Vale, algo más.
They've sealed the cracks in this crate with tar.
Y ya está, ¿no? Tenemos más nada. Vale. En principio, el corcho lo podemos poner aquí.
The cork's a tad too small to seal the hole airtight.
Vale. Vale, esta moneda la podemos quitar para esto, creo. Porque tiene la forma, ¿no?, de darle la vuelta. No tenemos nada para girar. Creo que la moneda la podemos poner aquí. Pero claro, antes tenemos que tapar el agujero. Entonces, aquí hay alquitrán y tenemos el tapón. Para que el tapón sea más grueso o que pegue más, supongo que lo pegamos aquí.
The tar's hardened. I can't get it off like that.
Vale, no puedes sacarlo de esta manera. Con el mechero. No sé, vamos a ver ahora.
I'll put down the lighter for a moment.
Vale, ya tenemos el corcho.
The gooey tar is now sticking to the cork.
Hemos quemado con el mechero el alquitrán y se ha pegado ya al corcho. Esto estaría bien para ponerlo aquí en el agujero ahora.
Perfect. The tarred cork sealed the hole. I can take my hand away now.
Ya puedo quitar la mano. Ya tenemos esto hecho. Ahora falta esto. Que lo bueno que tenemos las monedas que hemos sacado de la cartera y lo ponemos aquí, creo.
Okay, that should work.
Y ahora ya podemos levantar la tapa.
If I manage to put the hinge between the lid and the crate, I might be able to pry it open. Let's try.
Y ahora tenemos que nadar hacia arriba. Que menos mal que no están tan al fondo, ¿sabes? Por lo menos lo que se ve ahí no está tan en el océano, en medio del océano, porque si no sí que moría. Pero creo que lo han dejado para que sobreviva también.
Usually a time like this is a time for cautious celebration, followed by raucous celebration. Unfortunately, wandering back into Triad territory for a drink with Shen is most likely inadvisable. Plus, I'm soaked. Home time, I think.
A volver a casa, vámonos.
Are you Tong? Moon Tong?
How dare you, stranger?
What do you want?
Can we go somewhere and talk undisturbed, Mr. Tong? Somewhere less lively.
We have nothing to fear here. This is our district. If you have something to say, say it. If not, get out of here.
Very well. I need some men to do a job for me, discreetly and efficiently. I was told you would be able to help me.
Interesting. We shall see whether I can or cannot once you've told me what this is about.
My clients are looking for a man who is supposed to be living here in Hong Kong. He's in possession of something that my clients desire for themselves.
And who are your clients?
That is not important. Find the person and retrieve the item. That's the job.
Well, many people live in Hong Kong, and I'm sure a lot of them are in possession of things that other people want.
If you accept this job, you will of course receive more detailed information.
This sort of work doesn't come cheap. You understand?
Money is no issue. My clients have the necessary means. All that matters is that the job is completed to our satisfaction.
Then I'd say it's a deal.
Primer episodio, amigo en paradero desconocido. Bueno, se supone que esto es un aeropuerto. Vamos a ir a nuestra habitación, nuestro cuarto, nuestra casa. Por lo que veo, vivimos en una oficina.
That's a 1928 Ford Trimotor. More importantly,
Trimotor.
it's my 1928 Ford Trimotor. They only built 199, and mine's the best of the bunch. State of the art.
Trimotores.
10 years ago.
Vale, vamos a ver si hay algo más por aquí. Vamos a hablar con este chico.
Gus, my mechanic. He keeps things from falling apart. He's also my only employee.
Es un trabajador, vale. Vamos a hablar con él.
Hello, Gus. I'm back.
Just look at you. Did you forget your umbrella?
Estaba nadando, dice. Estaba nadando.
No, I was out swimming. On that topic, a nice bath wouldn't hurt you either.
Women like the smell of hard, honest work.
Será el pico, consigue el motor, funciona de nuevo.
Oh, save it. You just make sure the engine starts running again.
No problem, boss. By the way, there's an officer waiting for you in the office.
An officer? Did he say what he wanted?
No, but he said he wanted to wait and speak to you in person.
That doesn't sound good. It's just not my day today.
Vamos a ver quién es.
Ah, Paddock. You're finally here.
Huxley.
This is a pretty miserable place to live, Paddock. Shouldn't war heroes be spending their retirement in more comfortable surroundings? Oh, I forgot. You were dishonorably discharged.
Hostia, lo
Thanks
echaron.
for the reminder. What are you doing here?
The governor ordered me to find you. It wasn't so easy, since I hadn't the slightest idea how deep in the gutter I'd have to dig. You certainly smell like you belong
Qué cabrón.
here.
Well, you of all people should know your way around the gutter.
Oh, qué bueno.
Watch your mouth, Paddock. There may come a time when the governor won't be there to protect you, and I'll be able to drag you to the penitentiary where you belong.
Oh, spare me. I'm a civilian now. Deal with it. I was court-martialed and have received my deserved punishment. So leave Lord Weston out of this.
You are responsible for the most severe riots in the history of this colony. The Empire conceded a lot in order to regain control. In disobeying your orders, you caused damage that we still feel the consequences of today. The Chaiwang Penitentiary would be a more appropriate punishment, if you ask me.
Just let me know when you're done complaining, so I can tune back in.
Lord Weston wishes to speak to you immediately. Make sure you get rid of that awful stench. I'll wait in the car.
Vale, nos vamos a esperar en el coche, pero primero voy a ver su habitación.
What would the governor want? If he sent none other than his adjutant to look for me, it must be important. Better not keep him waiting. Lord Weston's always been good to me. I owe him a lot.
Bueno, nos podemos ir, vale. Ya vendremos después a revisar todo.
Fenton, I'm glad to see you. I hope you'll forgive the short notice.
Lord Weston, please, I'm honoured. You have, however, piqued my interest. What's so urgent? Need a first-class flight to London?
I'm afraid not, Fenton. I am in a somewhat awkward situation, and I think you might be able to help me. You are, in fact, my only hope.
Sounds dramatic. Tell me more.
The situation is as follows. As you know, the Chinese have been threatening to annex Tibet for years.
I'm broadly familiar, yes.
Well, the Empire's official position is not to get involved should a conflict arise.
And what exactly is the Empire's unofficial position, Governor?
Come, Fenton.
One should be prepared for all eventualities.
I see. Military intervention?
No, certainly not. We simply wish to be prepared in the unlikely event that a military conflict arise, and that is why we need to know the lay of the land. No maps of Tibet are currently available. It is, officially, completely uncharted.
And what does all this have to do with me? I'm not much of a cartographer. You have enough of your own.
Quite right, Fenton. We have, in fact, already sent out an expedition. Entirely off the record, you understand? The Chinese must be kept in the dark. The last thing we need right now are diplomatic complications. The problem is, the expedition disappeared without a trace a few days ago. We haven't the slightest idea what their status might be.
You've sent a rescue party?
2. Both returned, empty-handed. No trace of them, not a clue.
So now what?
I can no longer rely on military options. Eventually, the Chinese will get wind of the situation. The matter must be handled with discretion. Fenton, I want you to find our men.
Well, I'm certainly flattered. But what makes you think I'd do the job any better? You said yourself you've got no maps. And I'm far from a local expert.
Come, Fenton, you had quite the reputation. You've completed, successfully, numerous missions of this nature. I, for one, have the greatest confidence in you.
Honored, I'm sure, Lord Weston. But like you said, I had a reputation. I don't regret my time with the forces, but those days are over now. When they needed a scapegoat for the winter riots, I stood my ground, dishonorably discharged. So tell me, why should I lift so much as a finger for the Empire now?
I realize that, Fenton, and I predicted this response. But you should know, this is about the people, not just the army.
With all due respect, sir, appealing to my sense of compassion won't work.
Oh, stop being so hard on me. You'll get all the financial support you need, and perhaps I can assist you in settling your little difficulties with the local competition.
Tempting, but no thanks, Governor. Any other matter, I'd be happy to help. But there's a file in my life labeled Army, and it's closed.
But what if the situation weren't so cut and dried?
Enlighten me.
Richard, Fenton. Richard was the expedition leader.
Richard? You wait till now to tell me that?
Fenton, I am the governor, and Richard is an officer. That he is my son shouldn't affect the performance of my duties.
That may well be, but it can damn well affect mine. You know how close Richard and I were at the academy. I have a right to know what's going on, don't you agree?
You are right. I know how much Richard means to you. How couldn't I? After everything you've been through.
Good. So tell me what I need to know. I'm leaving now.
You'll find all the information I've been able to collect in this dossier. Thank you, Fenton. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Thank me when I found him.
Pues...
¡Taxi!
Me gusta la primera misión que nos ha tocado. Nuestro compañero desaparecido.
What have you gotten yourself into? I've known you for most of my life, and I've never seen the old man so worried about you. I can understand why as well. No contact for over 10 days. Disappeared without a trace 400 miles east of Lhasa, in a completely unexplored region the size of England. What the hell happened? Avalanche? Snowstorm? That part of Tibet may as well be the end of the world. I need to stay focused. Stay rational, no matter how hard it is. Can't let my feelings get the better of me. First off, I need some local maps. Unfortunately, the region's never been officially charted. I need Gus to start working double time on the plane so I can get going. Maybe he can find me some maps as well. Might be he knows some pilots who have been out that far.
Vale, pues vamos a preguntarle a este chaval.
Hey, Gus. Listen, we're going to have to cancel all upcoming jobs.
What's wrong, boss? Are you in some kind of trouble?
You could say so. I'm going to Tibet.
Tibet? What do you want to do in Tibet?
Don't take this personally, but I can't talk about it. Actually, you're not even supposed to know I'm flying.
Aha, well, if it's none of my business in the first place, I'll just carry on slaving away like nothing happened.
I told you, it's nothing personal. That's all for now, Gus. See you later.
See you later, boss.
Vale, podemos decirle que nos vamos ya en el avión, pero voy a ir a su oficina para investigar, ¿no? O saber lo que hay dentro. Tengo curiosidad. Vale, radio.
I've had this old thing for years. It's been halfway around the world with me.
¿Y hace ruido? Ah, pues mira. Sí,
I've
musiquita,
heard that sound
¿eh?
before. Doesn't sound so bad.
No, no suena mal, ¿verdad? Caja fuerte.
The safe was already here when I moved in. I just use it for old documents and what have you. Freight documents and other old files. Not much use.
Vale.
A photo of my mum. She died last year. She looks happy. But since Dad died, she was never quite the same. I suppose that's why she wasn't so keen on my career path. Oh well, it's in the past now. Without Mum on the scene, I've got nothing tying me to England anymore. Which is probably why I'm still wasting my life here smuggling and boozing. Not in that order.
Voy a apagar la radio para escucharlo mejor en las
Enough is
voces.
enough.
Bueno, pues ya sabemos que la mamá murió y que él está de bar en bar y haciendo este tipo de cosas porque lo ha pasado mal.
My hammock. If it could talk, it'd have tons of stories to tell. Mostly about how I come home drunk, go to sleep and wake up on the floor.
Vale.
I can't remember the last time I set it. I wonder if it even works. I rarely use it anyway.
Hemos cogido el reloj. Vale.
My bathroom. Okay, I admit, it's not exactly a room. My only photo of my old man. He died in Flanders during the Great War in 1917. Richard, me, and the rest of our graduation class from Sandhurst. That was in 1927. We were deployed to Hong Kong after military academy. Seems like it was only yesterday. Kind of wish it was. All crap.
Todo basura.
Lucky everything in there's useless, because the doors are rusted shut.
Ok. Pues ya no hay más nada, ¿no? Vale, aquí te los ponen los objetos. Creo que sí. Esto de aquí.
A photo of the delectable Nancy Carroll. What can I say? I saw her in the cinema once, and I've been a fan ever since. A genuine talent. The fact that it's hanging in my bunk is a mere coincidence.
A ver el reloj.
My alarm clock wound down a while ago. Let's take a look. Ah, the key's stuck to the back.
La llave, tiene una llave. ¿Y esta llave para qué es?
It's the key for winding up my alarm clock.
Ah, vale. Para darle cuerda. Ok. Aquí hay unos documentos.
Documents from Lord Weston. There's information here about Richard's expedition. But it's not an awful lot of good to me right now. Seems like before they disappeared, they were travelling through a region in the Himalayas about 400 miles east of Lhasa, which, of course, is the least explored region in all of Tibet. Without any official maps, I'm going to need some help from somewhere.
Cinta métrica.
Inches on one side, centimeters on the other. A real all-rounder.
Lo voy a coger.
Who knows what that might come in handy for? Something, I'm sure.
Vale, voy a ver si hay algo más. Creo que no. No, los documentos no... Pensaba que se podían leer, pero no se pueden leer, o creo yo. O puedo poner así y así. No. Vale, esto es para examinar como antes. Vale. Pues nos va cinta métrica.
A measuring tape.
Nos vamos. Vamos a decirnos que nos vamos a ir a ver lo que nos dice, si nos puede... aquí hay un fuelle,
Gus uses the bellows to clean the dust out of the engine. Or so he claims. Maybe I should ask Gus if he needs them first. Gus, listen.
Yes?
Do you think you could spare your bellows for a while?
Why do you ask? What do you need them for?
Well, I can't really say at the moment.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, go ahead. It's your stuff anyway. I finished cleaning the engine.
Well then.
Vale, tenemos un fuelle.
Gus's bellows. He says he uses them to get the dust out of the plane's engine. I can't say I've ever noticed a difference.
Vamos a decirle que nos podemos ir ya.
Hey Gus.
What's up, boss?
How's the engine coming along?
I'm almost finished, but there's 4 screws left over, which is a bit strange. I'll find some way to put them.
I hope you're joking. When you're finished, bring my equipment on board and get that bird ready to fly. I want to leave for Tibet tonight.
Aye, sir.
I need some maps of Tibet. Maybe you can help me. I realize it's pretty much unexplored, but there must be something out there I can use. Do you know anyone who knows his way around the country?
Most pilots around here head south. You could try old Wang.
Con el viejo Wang.
Yeah, he mentioned it once or twice.
Once or twice? He never stops talking about his time over there. And he reckons he's mapped a great chunk of the place.
Can't you think of anyone else?
Oh, yeah, of course. I know hundreds of people with maps of Tibet just lying around at home. What's the matter with you? Still having a hissy fit over that fight you two had? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a clue what went down with you two, or why Yen quit working here all of a sudden. Nobody tells me anything. But if your quest is so important, I suppose you'll just have to talk to him.
Okay. I guess I don't have much choice.
Exactly. So you two haven't seen each other since then?
No.
And his little niece, what's her name again?
Kim.
Oh yes, Kim. So you aren't in touch with her either?
No. Why, should I be?
I just had an inkling. You spent all that time over there when you were younger. You're practically part of the family. And, well, are you saying she wasn't your type?
Nonsense. No idea what she's been up to. You know anything new?
Well, I did run into Wang at the club. Talked about the old days a bit. I think he misses flying, but he'd never admit it. He's retired now.
He still lives in that old house on Victoria Road.
He moved. Don't ask me where to. He never said and I never asked.
Great. And how am I supposed to find him?
Maybe Shen in the bar can help you out. He makes it his business to know about the punters.
Good idea. I'll drop by to see him.
Vale, tenemos que volver al bar.
That's all for now, Gus. See you later.
See you later, boss.
Venga, a la ciudad nos vamos. Al bar, ¿no? Al pub, el pub.
I have to be careful. I'd like to avoid meeting the triads again. I better make sure the coast is clear. Muntong. Best stay away. Tong's men. I should have figured they'd still be hanging around this place. There's a difference between being daring and being stupid. I may have a reputation for both, but I've no intention of living up to either by ploughing straight through Tong's men. I need another way in.
Vale, por aquí no podemos entrar.
Okay, Tong and his men are hanging around outside the club, so there's at least a slim chance there's no one inside. Good enough for me. I'd better ask Shen for Yen Wang's address.
Vamos a preguntarle al camarero.
Hello, Shen.
I thought they already caught you.
They did. Can you believe it? They actually tried to drown me in the harbour. I thought that was just something they said to scare people.
Why am I not surprised?
I know. And, nevertheless, your best customer stands before you in the finest physical condition.
You're really asking for it, aren't you? They're still keeping an eye on the front door.
I've noticed. But I need your help, Shen.
Tell me, what's going on?
Estoy buscando a Yen Wang.
Do you happen to remember my old friend Wang? He used to work for me.
Yen Wang? Of course I remember him.
Word has it he moved. Do you know where he lives now?
No idea. Sorry.
Damn it. Everybody knows Wang. Nobody knows where he lives.
Wait, if you're lucky, Nian Su might be able to help. He's not the youngest or the most switched on anymore, but they say he knows half of Hong Kong.
And where can I find this Nian Su?
Sitting at the table over there, he's on the rice wine.
See you later, Shen.
Yes, good luck.
Vale, vamos a hablar con este señor.
Excuse me. May I disturb you for a moment?
What do you want, young friend? Wait. Aren't you the pilot,
Paddock. Fenton Paddock.
Yes, that's what I said.
So the barkeeper said you know half of Hong Kong. So far, that's holding true.
He says that, does he? Well, maybe.
Estoy buscando a mi hijo amigo, quizá pueda ayudarme.
I'm looking for a friend who used to live in this district a couple of years ago. He's called Yen Wang. Unfortunately, we lost touch, and now I urgently need his help. Have you heard of him? Maybe you know where I can find him.
What was he called again?
Wang. Yen Wang.
Wang. Wang. Well, son, I am not so good with names anymore. He lived in this district, you say?
Yes, 2 years ago. He was a cartographer.
A cartographer. I am not sure.
Pity. I hoped.
Easy. Names are for tombstones. But I never forget a face. What does he look like? Do you have a picture of him? Show me his photo, and maybe I can help.
A photo? All right. Wait for me here. I think I have a photo of Wang somewhere in the office.
En la oficina. Vale.
Is it just Hong Kong you're the expert on, or do you also happen to be acquainted with other distant regions? Like, I don't know, Tibet, for example?
Are you making fun of me, son?
Not at all, sir. I'm trying to collect as much information on Tibet as possible, and you seemed like a well-travelled man.
I have never left Hong Kong for a day in my life. And to be honest, I have no intention of doing so. Traveling always leads to trouble. You get where you're going, but you cannot find what you're looking for. Seems it's somewhere else now. So you go there, but there's a problem. Then, while you're off in the back end of nowhere, everything explodes back home. If you ask me, you're better off not going anywhere. You don't find trouble if you don't look for
Estamos en medio de uno ya.
Sage advice. What if I like trouble?
Then forget what I said. Every man must learn for himself.
Exactamente, señor. Hasta
See you
luego.
later.
Vale, voy a ver si él sabe algo del Tíbet.
I don't think Shen can help me right now.
Vale, pues me voy a mi casa, a mi oficina. Aquí, al aeropuerto. Vamos a la oficina.
Okay, now where might I have a photo of Yen Wang?
Puede ser que está aquí.
There might actually be a photo of Yen Wang in his personnel file in the safe. You'd think I'd know the code, right? Well, I hardly ever use this old thing, so I don't.
En
It's
la
on a
cartera.
note in my wallet.
En la cartera.
Hey, what? Where? My wallet's gone.
Hostia, ¿dónde está la
Damn it.
cartera?
I must have lost it in the harbour. I suppose I better go back there. If I'm lucky, I might be able to fish my wallet out of the water without running
Vale,
into
al
Tom
puerto
and his men.
donde habíamos caído con el ataúd ese. Pues nos vamos. Ay, nos vamos. por
Lucky
ahí.
everything in there is useless, because the doors...
Nos vamos. Nos vamos, aquí es, al puerto.
Whoa, a wallet! Happy days!
Oh, tiene nuestra cartera. Jodido niño.
Hey, that's my wallet that kid fished out of the water.
Wait a second, kiddo. That's not public property. It's mine.
What? Yeah, right. Anyone could say that. How stupid do you think I am, big guy?
No, honestly, it really is my wallet.
So?
So I want it back.
But I found it! And how am I supposed to know it's really yours?
My word is my bond. Now hand it over.
No! And if you take it away from me, I start screaming!
Go on then. Scream yourself hoarse.
Those triad types might still be hanging around. Maybe I'm better off without unnecessary attention.
Okay, kid. Look, that wallet is very important to me. I really need it back.
Not my problem!
Hostia, el chiquillo niño.
Fine. He's only a kid. I can play along.
Will you tell me your name?
Only if you tell me yours!
Well, I'm Fenton.
I'm Hal!
Okay, Hal. Do you want a reward for finding my wallet? You can have all the coins that are in it.
No!
Then what do you want?
Help me catch a bat!
Come again?
Murciélago.
Catch a bat?
Yes!
You're fishing for bats?
Don't be stupid! I'm only killing time until the bats come out! There are tons of them over there in the warehouse!
And you want a bat because...
I bet my friends I could catch one!
But you can't.
Sure I can! Well, usually, but it's raining today.
So?
You don't know much about bats, do you? The rain drives away the insects. And if there aren't any insects around, then there's nothing for the bats to eat. And if there's nothing to eat, the bats won't come out.
All right.
No, it's not all right. If I don't catch a bat, they'll think I lied.
And that's why you'll keep that big mouth of yours shut next time.
And this is the persuasive charm you use on people when they've got something you want?
Fine. I'll get you your bat, you give me my wallet.
Sure, it's a deal.
Fine. If I want my wallet back, I guess I need a bat.
Vale. ¿Qué es lo que había que hacer con los murciélagos?
What was it again about bats? They hate the rain.
Oh man, weren't you listening? The bats don't mind a little bit of rain, but the flies
Las
do.
moscas.
And where there are no flies to hunt, there are no bats.
Vale.
You follow?
Wouldn't it be better if you try again tomorrow evening? Perhaps you know when it's not raining.
I bet I catch a bat tonight, not tomorrow. Maybe the rain will stop.
I see. Hope springs eternal. Very well. I'll come up with something. Maybe I can find a way to attract the bats. When I do, I want my wallet back.
Deal.
Vale, pues vamos a atrapar
I'll be
unas
off then.
moscas, que las moscas las vimos en el pub. Por fuera del pub había, en la puerta trasera había unas moscas. Pero vamos a ver esto primero.
It'll stay nice and dry over there under the umbrella. At least the kid won't get wet under the umbrella. I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy. I suppose he still needs it. They don't look very inviting.
Vale. ¿Puedo hablar con el chico a ver si me prestan la lámpara o qué?
I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy. It'll stay nice and dry over there under the umbrella. Blackmailing children? What is the world coming to? But I guess I better help him if I want my wallet back.
All right, kid.
Hey, so got me a bat up your sleeve?
I'm working on it.
Vale, pues nada.
I'll
Vamos
be
a
off
ir
then.
directamente a las moscas. Y vamos al pub, que aquí había unas moscas. Pero claro, ¿cómo cojo las moscas?
Dirty flies. They must like this dry patch under the roof.
Uf, tía, un gato.
What was that?
Frío gato.
Just a mangy cat.
That was close. I shouldn't make so much noise. A cat? I'm going to wring this Moggy's neck in a minute. Of course, I'd probably better nod. Not only am I a great animal lover, but more importantly, the racket might attract Tom's thugs.
Vale, a ver qué más.
I don't want to rummage through the rubbish, and I don't have to either. A thin wooden rod. I need to avoid making too much noise. Don't need those goons to turn up. That definitely means avoiding breaking large wooden rods.
Podemos.
It's unconventional, but no reason I shouldn't be able to suck up the flies with these. However, the cat's still standing guard. I get too close and it's going to bring the tongs right down on me. So, by the power of logical deduction, I reason the next step is to get rid of the cat. I need something to distract it.
Pues tenemos que ir a por algo del gato. No, voy a investigar esta zona que no la he hecho, porque creo que esta ya la hemos hecho, me falta esta. Ah, sí, es verdad que estaba este hombre, vamos a ver. Vale, aquí hay una papelera. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
There's nothing useful inside.
No hay nada adentro.
A normal rubbish bin. End of story.
Vale, vamos a hablar con el policía.
The policeman's guarding the palace entrance. Good evening, sir.
How may I help you, sir?
Do you enjoy doing this?
I beg your pardon, sir?
I mean, standing around here all day in the pouring rain.
After serving in London for 10 years, the rain doesn't really bother me, sir. Apart from that, it's a great honour to maintain law and order in front of the Governor's Palace.
3 cheers for our British civil servant. May I ask you a question?
Go ahead, sir.
By a hair, the Tong Triad nearly drowned me in the harbour today, and yet there wasn't a police officer for miles. Any particular reason?
If the incident occurred, as you say, in the harbour, you will have to file an official complaint to the Office of the Colonial Administration. They're responsible for the Southern District. I'm under the direct authority of the Palace Department, and I'm responsible for maintaining law and order on and around these premises.
3 cheers for British bureaucracy. Then I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Good night, sir.
Árbol.
A tree cut precisely to shape. Typical British approach. We even impose our formalities on nature. Wait a moment. Is that a ball hanging in the branches?
Una pelota. No sirve para el gato,
Stop! Stop where you are, sir. What do you think you're doing?
I want to get that ball over there. My nephew accidentally threw it into the tree while he was playing this morning.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot allow you to do that.
What? I just want to go get my nephew's toy.
That may very well be, and usually it wouldn't be a problem, sir. But today it's been raining, and you are just about to step on this decorative English lawn.
So what?
So what? Excuse me, but have you taken leave of your senses, sir? The constant rain has soaked the ground completely, and the precious blades of grass are defenceless against your brutal boots.
Okay then. I'll be very careful when I walk across the lawn. I promise.
Halt! If you take even one more step towards the border, I will have to arrest you, sir.
Now wait just a minute.
There's a million different crimes going on right now in this city. Your lawn will be just fine.
Sir, I do not joke. When it comes to the protection and care of His Majesty's parks, I have full authority. After all, we represent the British Crown here. What is to become of the Empire if we are not even capable of establishing well-tended gardens in our colonies? Sir, you are preventing me from doing my duty. Either you step back, or I will be forced to take you into custody.
It seems
Joder, cómo se pone.
against British conscientiousness. I can't even tell him why I'm here. I need a different plan. The policeman's guarding the palace entrance. A normal rubbish bin. End of story.
Vale, a ver.
Okay, I'll wind up the clock. Running like clockwork.
Va a ser dentro de un par de minutos.
Okay, I'll place the alarm clock in the rubbish bin. Let's see what
Hostia,
happens
sí, 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 sí.
when the alarm goes off. I better not be here.
Lárgate, lárgate, pues si no te pilla.
What's that? Who's disturbing the governor's sleep?
Joder, va, da la vuelta por el otro lado, es flipante, ¿vale? Pensaba que venía por aquí, pero no. Vale, a ver si me da tiempo a coger ahora la pelota, ¿no? Vamos.
Well, can you believe that? Why would someone throw away a perfectly good alarm clock?
Great. That should distract him from his duties for a while.
Venga, cógela, corre. Vale, ya tenemos la pelota.
Off the lawn as quickly as possible.
Vale, ya nos podemos ir. Tenemos la pelota para el gatete. Toma, Misu Misu.
I wonder if I can use this to distract it and lure it away from the rubbish bin. Here, kitty kitty. Catch the ball. The cat does seem to be interested in the ball. But only while it's moving.
Cuando está en movimiento. Vale. Tengo que hacerle como un ovillo, ¿no?
I must be a damn genius. If I tie the measuring tape to the ball, I'll have a lovely, colourful pendulum. Hey, things like this always seem to come in handy. Maybe I can use this to lure it away from the bins. Here, kitty kitty, look what I've got for you.
¿No se mueve? ¿Serio, tío?
The cat seems to be interested in the swinging pendulum, but it just won't budge. It must be afraid of me. That works both ways, I admit.
Es lo único que me queda, ¿eh?
Little rascal. Let's see if your animal intelligence is any match for my person intelligence. Aha. Take that, nature.
Vale, ahora puedo succionar las moscas, ¿no?
Worth a try. I should be able to suck up a few flies. My god, Fenton Paddock, legendary adventurer, pilot extraordinaire, flycatcher. Is that a step down?
Vale, nos vamos y nos vamos al puerto.
All right, kid.
Hey! So, got me a bet up your sleeve?
I'm working on it.
Vale.
I'll be off then.
I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy.
Y se le... No. A la luz, ¿no? Sí, sí, sí. Venga, a la luz.
Fly, my pretties. It's working. The flies are buzzing around the lamp.
Hey,
claro, es que donde haya luz van los mosquitos y las moscas.
You said you wanted flies. I've got some.
And that's supposed to work?
Yeah. The flies lure the bats, and you catch one.
I don't know.
At the least, it'll give you a fighting chance. I'd say I've kept my part of the deal.
Okay then. Here's your wallet. There wasn't anything valuable in there anyway.
Well, I was having some financial issues, you know. Hey, it's none of your business. Give it to me. Good luck on your bat hunt.
Thanks.
I think I'll check nothing's missing. What I'm about to say is actually pretty sad. Nothing's missing.
Bueno, pues ya tenemos todo, ¿no? A ver si dentro de la cartera...
Yes, my safe combination. I really should memorize this thing.
1, 2, 3, 4 y 5, ¿en serio? 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5, es muy fuerte, tío. Vamos al avión, anda.
Hey, boss.
What's up, Gus?
She's just about ready. I've stowed your equipment and some provisions.
Whatever would I do without you, Gus?
Well, keep that in mind next time you fill in my paycheck. Anyway, good luck, boss. You'll need it.
Thanks, Gus.
So I guess I'll get going in a couple of minutes if there's nothing else.
All right. Take a few days off and enjoy them. If I'm not back in 3 weeks, then I suppose you'll have to look for a new job.
I'm sure it won't come to that.
Vamos a nuestra oficina. Y vamos a comer la combinación. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5 la combinación flipante.
I keep the old personnel files in the safe. Old private documents and personnel files. There must be a photo of Yen Wang in here somewhere. These are the documents and certificates from my days in the army. A newspaper article on the 1932 Harbour riots. It says, 8 dead during riots in Hong Kong Harbour. Chinese dock workers came together on Friday evening in the Victoria Harbour to vent their anger over low wages. A British Army unit was dispatched to the harbour to keep the peace. As the situation was about to escalate, the officer in command was ordered to retreat in order to prevent casualties. For reasons unknown, the officer in command did not comply with his orders. The soldiers opened fire and began to shoot randomly into the enraged mob. This incident caused a public outcry and was followed by several other clashes. Thankfully, there were no further casualties. The British government regrets the incident and has relented to the workers' demands. The officer responsible for the bloody conflict has been suspended from his duties for the time being. It is very likely that he will have to face charges of insubordination before a military court. Why on earth did I keep this crap? Here we go. Yen Wang's personnel file. Complete with photo. Now, hopefully, Niansu can tell me Yen Wang's current address.
Vale, pues ahí lo tenemos la fotografía. Vamos a ir al pub. Y en el pub nos dirán... Hostia, a ver. Aquí. Nos dirá el hombre aquel, nos dirá si se acuerda de él o no.
It took longer than expected, but I have the photo.
What photo are you talking about?
The photo of my friend. You told me to bring it.
Me? Do I know you,
Hostia.
young man? Oh, wait. You're that pilot boy, right?
I don't believe it. Are you for real?
Take it easy, son. You must forgive this old man his jokes. Come along. Show me the photo. Oh, yes. I know this man.
And do you know where he lives?
I said I'd tell you all you wanted to know. He has moved to the One Moy district. And if I remember correctly, he lives in Wing House Street.
Finally. Thanks a lot.
That was all?
Yes, that's all. You have been a great help. Perhaps I can return the favor someday.
Be seeing you. Paslo.
Vale, pues tenemos que ir aquí. Nos vamos. Pues tenemos que ir a la casa de Guam.
Right. This must be Yen Wang's place. It's been a while. God knows how he'll
Que
react.
tiene una hija, ¿no? Creo que el padre o desapareció o murió o lo echaron fuera por culpa de él. Creo que es algo así. Vamos a ver por aquí. Hay un cartelito.
If Niansu's right, then Wang lives in this building here. Let's see if I can find Yen Wang's apartment. The nameplate reads
Xianchu.
Zoo. The nameplate reads Yen Wang.
Vale, es ahí.
The door reads Ming Li.
Vale, aquí.
Okay, this must be the one.
Fenton?
Kim! I didn't think...
Why don't you come on in?
Thanks.
How do you know?
It wasn't easy. A strange old man told me. But first he needed a photo of your uncle.
Ah, es el
Then he
tío,
pretended to
es el
forget
tío,
who
no
I
es el
was.
padre.
I don't get it.
It's a much longer story than it should be. Anyway, I know it's been a while, but is Yen here?
You don't know?
Don't know what.
What do you want?
Well, I wanted to see your uncle.
Why?
Are you in interrogation now? I want to talk to him.
Why now? Why didn't you come any earlier? He waited for you for so long.
Did he? Well, better late than never.
Not this time, Fenton. Uncle Wang
¿Ves?
passed away
Murió,
a few
tío,
days
murió.
ago.
No,
He did. Very suddenly.
that can't. I'm so sorry, Kim.
What are you sorry about? That you betrayed him and refused to talk to him for over a year?
I'm sorry that your uncle passed away, but I never betrayed his trust.
No? So what do you call it? What you did was terrible. And the fact that you never told us about it, that we actually had to find out about it from someone else. Don't you call that betrayal? You worked together, you were friends. We were practically family. How did we get you so wrong, Fenton?
You hear lies and conjecture. You see words in the paper and you just assume the worst without even talking to me. You call that friendship?
My uncle wanted to talk to you, but you just left him standing there. You didn't explain any of it. So we're left with 8 Chinese workers shot dead that evening and a missing man. What else were we supposed to believe? You never denied any of it.
You'd already made up your minds. Your uncle packed up and left work before I had a chance.
Those are just excuses. You knew where we were. You could have come. Either there was nothing to explain, or we just weren't worth the effort.
Kim, that's not true. I can't believe you could even think that. You were supposed to know me. You know I'm not capable of a massacre.
I thought I knew you. I also thought we could talk about anything and everything.
I just can't talk about that one thing.
Then why are you here?
I wanted to ask Yen a favor.
What kind of favor?
For the notes from his expedition to Tibet.
That's the only reason?
Yes.
I see. Why do you need the notes?
I can't tell you that either.
Of course. Who do you think you are, Fenton Paddock? You should leave now.
Kim, please. These maps are extremely important to me.
Oh, really? Then tell me why. If you expect me to trust you, then you have to trust me too. Otherwise, get out of my sight.
Kim, I don't want to drag you into this.
Hostias.
Hello, honey. Oh, looks like I disturbed your little rendezvous.
Honey? Who are you calling honey?
Shut up and listen, girl. I want the maps. The ones one sketched on his way through Tibet.
Which maps? My uncle never went to Tibet.
Stop wasting my time, girl, or I will lose my temper. I want every single note he brought back from Tibet. And hurry up, or I will have to motivate you. Come on, hand them over.
Toma.
You okay?
What does it look like? Who is that?
Muntong. A triad boss. Here, take his pistol and keep an eye on him. I'll go look around outside. His crew are rarely far away.
Looks like Tong's got his men covering the front door.
Like I thought, 2 of them outside the door.
Why is everyone suddenly so interested in those maps?
What do you mean?
Just before my uncle passed away, Richard showed up here, then you, and now those men. I want to know what's going on here.
Richard? Did Yen show him the maps?
Yes. That was about 3 weeks ago.
And? Did Richard take the maps with him?
No. Uncle Wang made copies for them.
So the originals are still here?
Yes. Uncle made me promise to keep them safe.
Okay, look, I'll explain everything later. But we need to get out of here, quickly. These guys aren't going to give up.
What is so special about the maps?
No idea.
And you expect me to believe that?
No, I expect you to trust me.
You'll explain everything?
Yes, I promise.
Okay. Last chance, Paddock.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Don't push it. Now what?
We have to get out of the house. Is there a back door?
I don't think so. I've only been here a couple of times, though.
Okay, don't worry. I'll come up with something. We'll be out of here in a jiffy.
Vale, a ver, ¿qué tenemos por aquí? Vamos a averiguar cosillas.
They're weeks out of date. Anyway, I'm not here to read the paper. Kim's got the maps I need. No point rooting through anything else. We certainly did a number on him. When he wakes up, he'll either have forgotten all about us, or be really, really pissed off. I'm guessing the latter. A child's bike. It's chained to the wall. What sort of a world do we live in where people can't just leave their bikes hanging around without chaining them up to stop people like me stealing them? We can't go back to the front. We'd only run into Mung Tong's men. This pot is full of cracks. Looks like it'd fall apart if I touched it.
Tenemos fuelle, cartera.
It reads, "Better to light a candle than to curse in the darkness." An old saying that completely misunderstands the appeal of a good curse.
Gancho.
It's a lantern hook. I can't pull it out.
No puedo sacarlo. Uf, pues no tenemos aquí nada.
I don't want these people to get into trouble with the Tong Triad, just because they helped me. I don't want to put anyone else at risk. Kim and I can make it on our own.
Vale, aquí tiene que haber algo.
We've got his weapon. Kim can keep him at bay with it. I could give him a kicking, but I think he'll be angry enough as is.
Kim?
Yes?
I don't suppose you've remembered another way out yet?
No, not since you last asked me.
Don't worry. I'll find a way out.
Okay, hurry. They've got to realize something's up soon.
¿Esto para qué? No sé. Documentos.
A simple hanger.
Bueno, ¿esto podremos sacar el gancho? No, tampoco. Vale, tenemos que hacer algo con esto. Una percha. ¿Para qué nos hace falta la percha?
It's a wooden clothes hanger with a metal hook.
Ah, con la maceta, no creo, ¿no? No, bambú. Con bambú, vale.
This bamboo plant clearly needs water and sunlight.
Vale, entonces con esto y con esto.
The hanger
vale.
fits exactly into the hollow of the bamboo pole.
Caña con gancho. Caña con gancho. ¿Con gancho para qué?
The hanger's stuck into the bamboo pole.
Estoy flipando. Voy a ir para afuera a ver si con esto lo puedo engañar. No sé, ir a la salida. No.
We can't go back to the front. We'd only run into Montong's men. Do not worry about the past. Concentrate on the future. Perhaps I should take that to heart. No goal is too high. You're just standing too far below.
Aquí ya no veo más nada, chicos. Solo veo este.
Kim?
Yes?
I don't suppose you've remembered another way out yet?
No.
Don't worry.
Okay, hurry.
Con este no podemos hacer nada con este, ¿no? No. Vale, algo se me está escapando o que no veo.
I don't want these people to get into trouble with the Tong Triad, just because they help. What sort of a world do we live in where people can't just leave their bike? A child's bike. It's chained to the wall.
Está engañado a la pared. Puerta, el gancho, pero el gancho.
I can't pull it out.
Y no puedo sacarlo con esto, tío. No lo puedo sacar con eso. Vale, pues tendré que... No puedo irme... La maceta. Hostia, ¿la maceta? No, la maceta no es.
Looks like it'd fall apart if I touched it.
Se rompe la maceta. Aquí está el gancho. Me hace falta algo, chicos. Me hace falta algo. Pero aquí no me deja salir.
We can't go back to the front. We'd only run into Montong's men.
Y por aquí no tenemos salida. Hay algo que se me está escapando. Por aquí. Pasillo. Hostia, que por aquí había más zona. Joder.
I don't see anything that might help us escape. I have to be careful. They mustn't see me.
Vale, ¿esto qué es? Farol.
A candle-lit lantern. It's hanging pretty far out.
¿Tengo el palo?
That should work. But I still have to be careful. The thug's car. Somewhat unpleasant fellows, and pushy too. They seem to be following me tonight.
A ver qué más. La mesa y ya está, ¿no? Vale. Farol. ¿Para qué es el farol?
A candle-lit lantern.
Un farol encendido. ¿Para qué?
Or I could just blow it out myself, but why would I want to do that? Lantern, lantern, burning bright, in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could kill thy scary, rectangular...
William Blake.
Yes, I forget the rest. Long story short, it's staying lit.
Vale.
If something's easy to do, it's probably not worth doing.
Exactamente. Vale, tenemos un farol. ¿El farol para qué será? Ah, o poner aquí para ver en la oscuridad, ¿no?
Hey, there's a window.
Ah, mío. Que había más cosas por aquí.
The door reads, Ming Li. If my sense of direction isn't completely off, this window should lead to the alley next to the house. This stuff isn't much help either.
Perdón, chicos, porque no sabía si estaba grabando. Vale.
I'm no psychologist, but I doubt Kim would be impressed if I left her here. Tempting, all the same.
Vale, entonces, ¿qué quieres hacer? ¿Hablar con Kim?
Kim, there's a window out there in the hallway. Let's get out of here.
Finally. He's probably going to wake up at any moment.
This is taking forever. Boss should have been back ages ago.
Should I go see what's keeping him?
Nah, the boss said we should wait here, and orders are orders.
Why did it take so long, boss? Did you stay for a cup of tea or something?
Shut up. The girl wasn't alone. That guy Paddock was there too. They're gone. The maps too.
Paddock? I thought he was at the bottom of the harbor.
You thought wrong. They cannot be far. Tell the others and start a search. This time, I will watch him die.
Hey, wait. Let me check if it's safe.
And what's the grand plan now?
We have to get to the airport. We'll be safe at my office for a while. I'll explain everything when we get there.
Over here! We found them!
Damn!
The
truck's running. Jump in and step on it. I'll cover you.
What about you?
Drive! I'll jump in the back.
They're taking the truck! I can see that myself. Get the car.
Corre.
Oh, crap. Better find a way to get on the truck.
¿Qué tengo que hacer?
I can't reach it like that. I can't reach it like that. I need to get on somehow.
Kim!
Yeah?
Drive faster!
Okay! Let's see what she can do. They're catching up! This thing's gonna...
I can't reach it like that.
Kim!
Yeah?
Pedal to the metal, Kim!
Alright, hold on tight.
I can't reach it like that.
Vale, ¿ahora qué
They're
hago?
catching up! This thing's gonna fall apart if I push it any harder.
I need to get on somehow.
Vale, ya te entendí. Vale.
Yeah?
Ahora sí. Dale caña y luego frena. Vale,
Okay, hang on.
Kim! The brakes!
I can't brake anymore. They're catching up again.
Damn. It almost worked.
Vale, tengo que...
Kim!
Yeah?
Drive faster!
Okay. Let's see what she can do.
Kim! Hit the brakes!
I can't brake anymore. They're catching up again.
Damn.
Joder.
It almost worked.
Vale, pues a ver cómo lo hacemos.
Yeah?
Pedal to the metal, Kim!
En vez de dejar el nuevo tiempo.
Hold on tight.
Kim! Slam the brakes, Kim!
I can't brake anymore. They're catching up again.
Vale, pues... voy a ver cómo es, porque no me jodas.
Kim!
Yeah?
Full throttle, Kim!
Okay, hang on.
Kim! The brakes!
I can't brake anymore. They're catching up
Los
again.
frenos no funcionan. Algo tengo que hacer, chicos,
I can't reach it like that. I need to get on somehow.
Tengo que subirme de alguna manera.
I can't reach it like that. I need to get on somehow.
Kim!
Yeah?
Drive faster!
Okay. Let's see what she can do.
I can't reach it like that.
Kim! Hit the brakes!
I can't brake anymore. They're catching
Lo
up
tengo que hacer de
again.
nuevo. Algo tengo que hacer, chicos, que no estoy cogiendo ahora mismo, la verdad. Vale, lo que voy a hacer es darle más pronto porque...
Kim!
Yeah?
Pedal to the metal, Kim!
Alright. Hold on tight.
Kim! Slam the brakes, Kim!
Okay, whatever you say.
Ahora.
Everything okay?
Yeah! Hurry up! Kim, we can't lead these guys to the airport. We've got to lose them.
But I know. Suggestions?
Stay on this road. I'll get rid of them.
Our burner is tied down. Can't fade away. An old engine. Probably the exhausts. And so it's an 8-cylinder. It's locked. Fireworks crate. I can't open the crate with this. It's far too heavy. The glass is too far away. I really don't need to get shot trying to reach it.
Vale, vamos a coger el gancho.
Yeah, I think I could use that to pull the piece of glass towards me. Whoa. Somehow he missed me. Or shot the bamboo clean in half. Alas, poor Van Hole, I knew thee well. You've been shot clean in half. The glass is too far away.
Vale, todavía tengo la caña.
Trying to reach it. Well, still long enough to try again. A sharp piece of broken glass from the windshield of Tom's car. I can't open the crate with this.
¿Voy a abrir la caja con esto? ¿En serio?
Of a small piece of tarpaulin.
Es muy pequeño, hijo.
The rag I cut from the tarpaulin. I'll wrap the rag around the end.
Vale.
I can't open the crate with this. It's locked. The only rag's tied around the end of the bamboo.
Vale, no sé lo que dice, pero...
Kim, don't head for the airport till we've lost them.
You said that already. Don't worry, I'll just stay on this road and try not to run anyone over.
Okay, I'll try to come up with a way to shake them off.
I'd already cut off a piece. That was risky enough. I better stay covered as long as possible. It's far too heavy. I can't open the crate with this.
Voy a abrir la caja con esto. Hay algo... A ver, no sé si os la usamos. ¿Aquí?
Getting shot at in the back of a truck while Kim drives it like a maniac around the streets of Hong Kong. It's like we were middle apart.
Kim, don't head for the airport till we've lost them.
You said...
Okay.
Aquí no hay más nada.
The tarpaulin is tied down. Can't pull it away. Smooth tarpaulin. Looks like there's some engine parts underneath.
Manchada de aceite.
I'd already cut off a piece. That was risky. Nope, nothing. Nope, nothing.
Vale, pues... A ver esto. No voy a con esto.
No point heading for the airport as long as these guys are right behind us.
Bueno, aquí... Esto se lo ha dado a King, creo. Y aquí cambiar a King. Yo no sabía que se podía cambiar, tío. Vale. Caña y trapo, mechero. ¡Oh, amigo!
I've lit the end of the pole. Perhaps not the best course of action in an enclosed space, but as far as Paddock's concerned, fire makes any situation more exciting.
Esto.
Somehow, I don't think I'll be able to melt it anymore. That will impress them, let alone stop them.
Vale. El cristal. No. La antorcha.
somehow I don't think I'll be able to.
Yo creo que voy a poder derretir la cerradura, ¿en serio?
The rag's burning.
Me creo que está ardiendo.
There's a key hanging here.
Una llave. Ah, será lo de arriba, vale, vale. Una llave. Vale, vale, vale.
Fireworks. I'll take a few rockets out.
Le prendemos fuego, ¿no?
Yeah, I'm sure burnt stumps instead of fingers would be a welcome change. I can't light these in my hand.
De las manos desnudas.
Chinese fireworks. They look incredibly dangerous. Somehow so bizarre.
Se los metemos aquí dentro, en el motor.
Tight fit, but it's a good one.
¡Fuego! Vamos. Crema.
Idiot, can't you see that they are getting away? What are you waiting for? Put your foot down!
The engine's dead, boss.
Oh, no. Oh, damn it.
Well, we lost them for now, but they won't be far behind.
Then you haven't got long to fill me in, have you? What's going on?
You have to leave Hong Kong, Kin. The Tong Triad wants your uncle's notes, and they're not known for asking nicely.
What do they want them for?
I don't know. Yet. But you have to trust me.
Trust you? And how am I supposed to do that? You disappear for over a year and then turn up on my doorstep like nothing's changed.
Exactamente,
Kim,
tío.
forget about that for 5 seconds. You're not safe here.
And where do you suggest I go? I haven't learned to disappear into thin air since we last met.
Don't worry, my plane's fueled up and ready. We can leave straight away.
In your plane? And just where do you suggest we go?
Well, I have some things to take care of in Tibet. You could come with me.
You're out of your mind! Until you tell me what's going on, I'm staying right here.
We don't have time for this. Come with me and I'll explain on the way.
I can't come with you. What am I supposed to do in Tibet?
Damn it, they're on their way here right now. Kimmy, either you get into the plane voluntarily or I'm going to bundle you into the cargo hold.
But it's ice cold in there. I don't even have any stuff. Sweater, makeup, toothbrush.
I've got stuff. Have it all if you like.
Well, I'll have a sweater. You can keep your toothbrush.
Whatever. Get moving.
Vámonos, Kim. Al Tíbet, chicos.
So, Fenton, I suppose we're safe now?
Yes. Yes, I'd say we are.
Good. Time to tell me your side of the story.
Okay. What do you want to know? Where should I start?
Was it your fault that the dock workers died?
I was officer in command that evening. The situation was getting out of hand. The workers got violent, throwing things. That's why we wanted to pull out. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. I was about to get everyone withdrawn when Richard went down. A few of the dock workers dived on him. It was a split-second decision. I stayed, ran over to Richard. God knows what they would have done to him. Then things really got out of hand. Part of my unit followed me, and I suppose the workers thought we wanted to break them up. So they attacked us.
What happened next?
One of my men opened fire. You get bad orders, you lose your nerve. It happens. Everyone started shooting into the crowd. I tried to call a ceasefire. 8 people died before I did. I should have left Richard behind.
What?
1 life versus 8. Easy maths.
You can't weigh 1 life against another. It's not how it works.
How kind of you. So now you're on my side. It was my job to know things might get out of hand. I had an order and I ignored it. We were explicitly told to withdraw to prevent people getting killed.
Fenton, that is so... I don't know. If you hadn't been there to help Richard, he would have been killed, and...
I know, Kim, and I don't regret having saved Richard's life. But I'm not proud of what I did. Those 8 men. Their families. That day is burnt into the back of my mind.
You mean being discharged from the army?
Yes. Among other things.
But if all that's true, then it was just an accident. Didn't it count for anything that you saved the life of the governor's son?
Richard was supposed to be kept out of it all. You never know what people might start saying if they knew he was there. Richard pulled all the strings he could to keep me out of prison. I owe him everything. Other people wanted to see my head roll afterwards. The Empire had to find a way to appease the Chinese population, so the person responsible was dishonorably discharged from His Majesty's service. And I accept that decision. In spite of the circumstances, I had a job to do and I failed. Richard and his unit were deployed in northern India soon after. We've hardly seen each other since.
Fenton.
Yes?
Why didn't you tell us about all this? Did you really think we wouldn't believe you?
Who knows?
But...
The men who were shot were your people. I guess I figured it would change things between us.
You could have trusted us. My uncle missed you.
And?
Oh, nothing. So, why don't you tell me what we're doing in Tibet?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Well, we've cheated death several times in the last few hours, so I reckon we're on a roll. Anyway, you promised you'd tell me.
Okay. Richard needs my help again. The irony of fate. He disappeared on an expedition. No trace of him or his men for weeks, but it's all top secret. So Lord Weston asked me to go after him. Unofficially, he knows I'd do anything for Richard.
And? What does all that have to do with my uncle's maps?
Obviously, Richard used them to plan his route. That's why I'm hoping the maps will help me find him.
And the Triads? Are they looking for Richard too?
I don't think so. But it can't be coincidence.
So, what do you want to do next?
Well, we're almost there. I'll drop you off in Katang before I start. You'll find a few decent hostels there. I guess I'll be gone 2 or 3 weeks. Once winter hits, I won't be able to cross the mountains. If I haven't found Richard by then...
Wait. Did I miss something? You're dropping me off in Pawang?
Katang.
Whatever, I'm not going. I'm not gonna wait in some dump in the middle of nowhere for you to ride in on your high horse and rescue me a month down the line.
Fine. What do you suggest? You're not coming with me? To say you're unprepared would be an understatement.
But that's not what I was saying. I just don't want to be left behind in some mountain village. There must be some larger city en route, right?
No, we're talking about Tibet. The only other option would be Lhasa, but that's too far out of the way. You're staying in Katang until I get back.
I'm sorry, maybe you didn't notice, but it's been quite a while since we last saw each other. I'm not a little girl anymore. And you can't push me around like you used to.
I'm sorry, Kim. I just don't want to drag you into all this any further. The last time I tried to help Richard, things didn't go too well. I don't want that to happen again. You understand? Really, it's better this way.
Great, and what am I supposed to do while you're gone? Yak herding? Every little girl's dream. What if something happens to you? I'll be stuck there forever. Or at least until some other thoughtless gung-ho pilot accidentally strays this way and picks me up.
Kim, duck!
¡Ostras! ¿Me están persiguiendo o qué?
Damn it!
Did he just shoot at us?
A German fighter plane?
He just shot at us! I can't believe it!
What's he doing in Tibet?
I couldn't care less. He shot at us. He actually just shot at us. Shoot back!
What?
You know, shoot back. Machine guns, cannons.
I deliver sacks of rice to Kathmandu for a living. This is a cargo plane, not a war machine, and therefore, no, it does not have any weapons on board.
You're telling me we have no way of defending ourselves?
I didn't say that. Take the controls. I'm going to the back to take care of our little friend.
Okay, Fenton. Think of a plan.
Bueno, chicos, pues lo vamos a dejar por aquí porque se pone esto muy interesante. Y para que no se haga el vídeo tan largo, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Pero está espectacular, me está gustando muchísimo. Mira que yo hace tiempo que lo jugué, pero no me acuerdo de nada. A ver, vamos a ver si se puede guardar. Sí, podemos guardar. Aquí. Partida guardada. Bien. Entonces ya podemos salir. Controlar partida, opciones y salir. Vale. Pues chicos, espectacular. Espectacular la historia, los gráficos de su momento y todo lo que conlleva este tipo de juegos de aventuras gráficas. Si les ha gustado, pues dejar algún comentario o dar like, compartir el vídeo y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Así que, chaito, gracias.